Greetings. Today I'll be painting an Assault Intercessor of the Raptors chapter. The Raptors are a pragmatic chapter, so I've done some kit bashing to reflect that. I removed the Imperialis and added some crack grenades, probably from the Infiltrator's kit. A holster was added, as was a sheath for his knife. I also added a tilt shield. I find these hard to add without looking weird, so I couldn't resist adding this one, as it fits so well. As for the helmet, it's a 3D printed Mark X helmet in the style of a Mark VI. Note how it has the ear shrouds and the vent along the top. A similar helmet is available in the Raven Guard Primaris upgrade kit. The Raptors are typically seen in an olive drab scheme, not unlike that used in the US Army in the 1940s and 50s. I applied Castellan green as a base coat, originally with an application of stippling, but it doesn't matter too much as the next layer will add the texture I'm after. The Raptors are a fairly famous chapter, evoking a more grounded military style than that of the other more colourful chapters. In a number of references they're seen with a more colourful style. This could be explained as a parade scheme, a style not typically seen in references as they tend to be more war focused. I switched to a random craft brush to apply the remainder of the base coat. The Raptors are a successor chapter of the Raven Guard Legion, created in the Second Founding. They have participated in famous campaigns such as the Badab War, the Taurus campaign, and the Third War for Armageddon. Next I applied Loren Forest with a dry brush, trying to hit most surfaces but avoiding the recesses. I'm going for a scratched appearance, so it's okay if it looks rough. At this point I had a rough idea about how the later steps would tie this effect together. I switched back to that craft brush and smoothed out some surfaces that are a bit too rough. Glaze on the helmet and torso helps smooth the texture without outright removing it. Next I switched to Straken green for edge highlighting. Switching to a new brush with a fine point, I ran the brush along the edges. Some spots don't allow the edge of the brush to be used, so I carefully apply paint via the tip. I also apply a few chips and scratches where I feel like it in random spots. Now onto the transfers. I cut out a few transfers that I feel would fit a First Company Raptor. I will also be using a campaign badge from Impatient Tabletop. This transfer sheet has a campaign badge that is seen in older artwork. Transfer sheets from this company aren't pre-cut, so you have to cut close to the edge. Ardcoat was used to prepare the surfaces for transfers. This helps prevent frosting and seams. I personally see these icons as service honours, as in a veteran of said campaign, instead of icons to show they're fighting within that campaign like right now. Both pauldrons, the heavy bolt pistol, the tilt shield, the right knee, and the right tasset all received a coat of Ardcoat. As for applying the decals, once the Ardcoat was dry, I brushed on some microset and then placed the decal on top. With microset still on the brush, I positioned the transfer and brushed out in the air pockets. I repeated this process for each decal. Once dry, I applied another coat of microset over the decals that weren't fully attached. After that coat was dry, Microsol was used over all of them, brushing out the wrinkles and folds in the transfers. I applied one more coat to be safe, and after that was dry I used matte varnish to seal it in and remove the glossy finish. Somehow the camera got smudged here until near the end. I've used some colour correction techniques in an attempt to correct the image. The campaign honour had some weird blue outline. It didn't look right, so I painted over it with Loren Forest. I also painted some scratches over the decals at this time. Both the Imperial armour and the modern Primaris incarnations show the Raptors with orange eye lenses. Jokaero orange was used to base coat the eyes. I didn't thin this properly and it made a pretty big mess of it, so I went back to Straken green to clean up. I then used Squid orange to do the fronts of the eyes, following that up with Trollslayer flesh. Time for metallics. I used Leadbelcher as it's a dull metal colour which should complement the olive drab. I used Black Legion to paint the black details, so just the undersuit and cabling this time. I base coated leather parts with Rhinox hide. I used a fine brush to get into some of the hard to reach spots around the waist, like around the belt. In some artwork, the Raptors have pauldrons with an off-white trim. Couldn't find a reason why, though some were labelled as veterans. Whatever the reason, it adds a bit of interest and I intend this guy to be a veteran anyway, so I think it fits. The knife hilt and the bottom half of the gun casing were also painted this colour. After cleaning up some mistakes with Loren Forest, I did a rough highlight of the leather with Steel Legion Drab, leaving scratches and cuts in an attempt to make it look more worn. I finished the leather by doing some smaller highlights with Baneblade brown. Metallics received a dark grey wash. This wash performs similar to the old Norn oil recipe. The lights on the wrist were painted with Averland Sunset. I planned to highlight it with brighter yellows, but I don't think that was necessary. Next I used AK's wash for aircraft engines, thinned with Ammo by MiG's odourless thinners. I applied this pretty much all over, but fairly thinly. I then dried it with a hairdryer on low. It took 2.5 minutes, which is a lot faster than the half hour it would normally take. I didn't remove any enamel this time. Instead I added some acrylic rust in small dots and scratches in an attempt to show corrosive damage from the environment, weapons fire, or lack of maintenance. This effect is seen in some colour plates from the first Bad Ab War Imperial Armour book. After I was happy with the rust effect, I applied the basing like in previous videos, then applied a matte varnish to seal in the entire model. And there we have it. I think this is one of the coolest ones I've done so far. The pose, the custom edits, the colours, it all just fits. I'm surprised how well the rust wash worked out too. The eyes seem a bit wrong to me though, but I'm not sure what I could do differently. I also have some concern about using 3D printed parts. I've only used a printer for a short time now, and I know what it's like to watch tutorials and be missing out on parts I won't be able to get.
I'll keep most parts to cost saving measures though. I don't want to buy a transfer sheet for $30 Australian, then pay $20 shipping, then wait for a month till it appear, just for one video. I might use alternate Mark 10 helmets with different faceplates though. Seeing the same Mark 10 helmet is a bit repetitive, especially when you consider the range of options the Firstborn Marines had. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, maybe you learned something. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comments, I'll answer them as soon as I can.